What's going on, guys? Matty with FusaroFitness, and you guys are killing me with messages and questions about alcohol and bodybuilding. Can you drink alcohol and still reach your goals? Now, I've done 1 or 2 videos on the channel about this already, about moderation, about priorities. So if you're going out getting hammered every single weekend, blacking out, waking up hungover, clearly your physique and your health are not a priority in your life. Partying is more important to you. Now, I'm not trying to play dad here. I'm 26 years old. I went away to college. I dormed, I played lacrosse away at school, I traveled, I hung out at frat houses, sorority houses, all of those types of parties. I know what it's like. I partied hard. I don't party like I used to anymore, but I still know how to enjoy some drinks with friends, family, and my fiance in moderation. That's what's key, moderation. So how do you actually track calories from alcohol? That's what we're going to break it down. We're going to keep this really, really simple. So for those of you who could be sensible and can practice moderation, still want to have a few drinks, but serious about your training and your goals, I'll show you how to do it. So you see a variety of alcohols here. I like to keep a variety because I like to have company. I like to have friends. I like to give them options. I don't drink much anymore. Sometimes I have a vodka and soda, something like that. Sometimes a couple of beers, some wine. Moderation, that's what I practice. But let's talk about calories and alcohol. So, first of all, what you see here is not what you college kids are drinking. Bud Light is considered high class when you're away at school. Keystone, Natty's, Milwaukee's Best, the shit where you buy 30 beers for 11 bucks. But Bud Light has a similar nutrition value. So, we're talking, a typical 12 ounces of Bud Light has 110 calories. It has 0 fat. It has about 6.6 grams of carbohydrates and about 0.9 grams of protein. So how the hell does it have 110 calories with only 6.5 carbs? Alcohol is actually a macronutrient. It has about 7 calories per gram. So what does that mean? We have MyFitnessPal, but there's no alcohol column. How do we fit that in? The best way you're going to be able to fit that in is count the calories from carbohydrates, or you can count them from fat. I'll show you a quick example. So let's say you have a 12-ounce Bud Light. And for those who don't understand, if you go to a bar and get a pint of beer out of the tap, that's 16 ounces, not 12. But anyway, 110 calories for your Bud Light. There are 4 calories per gram of carbohydrate. So 110 divided by 4 will give you 28 grams of carbs. Or if you want to count fat, 110 divided by 9 will give you 12 grams of fat. So if you have 1 Bud Light and you want to fit that into your macronutrients for the day, you will count it as 28 grams of carbohydrates. Chances are you're not drinking 1 Bud Light. So for every one you do that, you have to go ahead and add another 28 grams of carbs if you really want to be precise. Now you have stuff like Grey Goose, which again, you college kids aren't drinking unless you're balling, but the Goose. A lot of people say drink clear alcohols, clear liquors if you're trying to watch your figure. They tend to have a lower caloric value. So something like Grey Goose, 1 ounce, a mini shot. Usually when you go out, you're probably drinking a double shot or a tall mixture. We're just going with specific numbers here. 1 ounce of Grey Goose is about 69 calories. 69, I know, go ahead, laugh, haha. 0 grams of carbs and 40% alcohol. It's 80 proof, right? So 69 calories, where's it coming from? Not carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. It's coming from alcohol. So now you have to take that 69, divide it by 4, and you're getting about 18 carbs for each shot of Grey Goose that you do. What about something like red wine? You got a lady, you got a guy you're trying to impress, get him a nice bottle of Cabernet from Napa Valley. Wine, all wines are different. White are going to be different than red. Rieslings and sweet wines are going to be different than dry wines, but a rounded number, we're looking at about a 5-ounce glass of red wine. You go to a restaurant, you're getting about a 4 to 5-ounce glass. Carries about 120 calories. Again, that will vary depending on the type of wine, but you're looking at, wine has carbohydrates because of the sugars from the grapes, but let's just say 120 calories per glass of wine. Divide that by 4, that's 30 grams of carbs per glass of wine. And last example is going to be Jaeger. Why do we pick Jaeger? Because it's a dark liquor and it contains a lot more sugar than something like Grey Goose or rum. 103 calories per shot. I know you guys are doing Jaeger bombs and Red Bull and Jaeger and all that shit, but you're looking at 26 grams of carbs per shot of Jaeger. Now, why am I giving you a math lesson on alcohol? Because if you guys really want to be serious about your goals, if tracking macronutrients is important to you, if your physique is important to you, if your health is important to you, and you want to be able to fit drinks into your macros without feeling guilty and without getting hungover and still staying on track with your goals, then this is pretty important information to know. So I actually go to the gym with a kid prepping with 3DMJ who goes out during his prep currently and factors beers into his macros. Now he gets pints of dark beer that are about 160 calories each. So he divides each one by 4 and he counts them as carbs and he fits them into his diet. So yes, you can still contest prep and drink beer, fit it into your macros. So just keep that in mind. Every time you drink a beer, a Bud Light, it's about 28 grams of carbs. Drink 3 of those, it's almost 90 grams of carbs. So you budget those carbs and your calories how you want to. If you want to just go out one night and not worry about it, you can do that. Again, moderation and priorities. That's all I'm saying here. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I don't go out and I don't drink and I don't hang out with my friends and sometimes get drunk. Listen, I have a life too. I like to have fun. I like to enjoy myself. I also like to reach my goals. But this information can be beneficial to you if you want to have a drink and still stay on track. So hopefully this helped you out. Sorry if I carried on a little bit or this was boring, but I get asked this more times than you can imagine. So if the video did help you at all, please click the like button, give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, something like this shit. This is strawberry daiquiri mix. Yes, I have people over in the summer, they like daiquiris. This mix in 4 ounces, which is not a lot, so when you go to a bar or you go to the beach and they make you a big tall strawberry daiquiri, it's more than 4 ounces, but in 4 ounces of this mix there are 47 grams of carbohydrates. Now there's no alcohol in here, this is just a syrupy mix, but anything like this, a pina colada, a mudslide, a margarita, you're looking at almost 50 grams of carbs, all from sugar, so 50 grams of sugar on top of the calories from the alcohol. So another thing to keep in mind when you go out drinking, when you get those frozen drinks, they contain a shitload of calories. Don't drink and drive either. Stay safe, guys.